check this out. What I'm about to play for you is both controversial and interesting. Uri Geller says that this camera was given to him by the CIA, and he claims he used it to secretly photograph alien bodies. He just posted this video showing the camera and the negatives, and he says that those negatives will be released, and it will prove that he's telling the truth. Watch this, and then we're going to talk.
Hi, my dear friends. This is the camera, the Minox camera with which I photographed the alien bodies. I actually got this from the CIA to spy for them. This is the day I met Dr. Werner von Braun. Here he's showing me a piece of a UFO. I actually got this gift from him, a Zeiss camera. And this is when he takes me out to the car park and we drive to a concrete building. And if you haven't seen the animated film, it's on my website, it's also on my X. This is from the animation. This is exactly what I saw. We went down there, I saw bodies, some were injured. Let me show you where I keep the negatives of the Minox. Gosh, we're going back 50 years. I believe this was actually Sigmund Freud's safe. To make sure nobody gets an eye and looks at them, I blanked out the crucial ones. There it is. Minox. I will not reveal them yet. You know why? Because I want this man to be the first to announce the revelation. No doubt he will take a group of journalists from all over the world into that space, into that refrigerated room. Maybe they've moved them elsewhere. They exist, and to those skeptics, you will eat your hearts out when we reveal the photographs.
Okay, so here's why some think that this...
What's your thoughts? You think this guy's legit? I mean, the pictures, don't know, they're doctored up, they're legit. Let's say they're legit, right? Is that camera legit? Did the CIA really give him that camera? And if so, does it really have the footage? The clips that he's showing it, those negatives in that box? I mean, why wait? Just show him, right? And why now, out of all the times? You know, interesting that he brings up von Braun, because von Braun, before he passed away, had mentioned to a lady, I forgot her name, but I'll share it down below in the comments, or I'll paste it on this video. He told her the last move that they were going to do, I don't know who they are, but was going to be the alien move. And it just so happens that now we have all this alien stuff going on. We'll see.
Could be actually legit. The CIA really did back Geller's psychic work, and von Braun was rumored to warn about staged alien threats. Uri could have been in the right place at the right time. But Uri has also had a long history of controversy, psychic claims, exaggeration. So who knows if those negatives actually contain what he says they are. But it is very interesting nonetheless, because it's a big claim, which then, you know, you'd want to back it up with big evidence. And if in fact he is going to release these negatives at some point, they're going to contain something. And you would hope that it would contain what he's claiming. So let me know. What do you think? Could we be looking at negatives that actually contain real images of alien bodies? It's quite interesting no matter what. Let me know what you think.
Okay, this next clip, they're talking about finding Bigfoot. They got the footage. Let's see.
They have actually captured Bigfoot on camera. There's no way this is actually Bigfoot, y'all. This is crazy. If this is real, this has got to be the best evidence I've ever seen. It looks like a Bigfoot, y'all. If this is real, this has got to be the best footage of Bigfoot of all time. Maybe I could see how some people could claim it's a bear, a grizzly bear walking on 2 feet. But it really looks like a bipedal ape, y'all. As always.
I don't know. It kind of looks like it's got long hair, doesn't it? It seems like it's got long hair. The build, it's kind of interesting. It's funny. The build actually looks like Jack Black. I don't know. He's got a funny little posture to him, little stance there. But I don't know. That's pretty interesting. Do you think that's a real Bigfoot right there? Let me know down below in the comment section, guys.
Anytime you touch a person, energy is exchanged.
Connect, they transfer energy.
So energy is really real.
Right. So there's no batteries or nothing in this. This is just we making a closed circuit.
Show it to the locals, guys.
So it just goes to show you that whatever you feel, whatever you do, whatever you say, you actually give off energy to another person. So then when you connect with them, you give them your energy.
You know what they say, energy's contagious. That might just be the proof right there.
Did you hear about the house from Japan that just washed ashore on the shores of North Carolina this week? And it is baffling, the scientific experts, that it could travel so far, especially so intact. It does come from when the tsunami happened. This house detached and was washed out to sea, and all the neighbors thought that the family inside had died. The crazy part is the Japanese family was still inside. They have a ton of food storage, I guess, and so they've been living off that food, and they did have fishing equipment, and so they've been able to fish and survive all of this time out on the ocean.
All right, so if you don't know, this guy is for the house from Japan. Made it all the way over here to North Carolina from Japan. From the tsunami. Come on, okay, whatever. Anyway.
For years and years. They said they almost gave up hope. They never thought that they would be freed. They said a few times they went on the roof and tried to wave down airplanes flying by, but they couldn't see them. But it washed ashore on North Carolina and rammed into this beach house. And the authorities were like, how this looks like a Japanese house. How did it get here? And then they were astonished when they went inside and they found the family. And so now they're trying to raise funds to get the family, fly them back to Japan and get them into a new house. And it's just a
Boom.
It's cap. Nah. It's fake. Camera didn't move.
That's cap.
Caparoni.
That is fake. Let me tell you why that's fake. Two things. So for one, how come the camera didn't move? What type of tripod do they have to where the camera doesn't get hit at all or disrupted at all?
That shit is mounted to the wall.
And how
What is it sitting on?
Well, not only that, but how come the car didn't come all the way through?
The car like nudged.
Where's the car?
Where's the car at?
And then point two, that lady was in another skit.
Talk about it.
To where she was actually live streaming with, I think his name is Defrost, another live streamer. And she says like, oh yeah, let's go in the bathroom and do our thing or whatever.
Yeah.
And picks them up, then they go in the bathroom. And they're supposedly both supposed to be doing, doing their thing. That was all fake too. So it's the same lady?
She's an extra.
She's an actress.
LAcasting.com.
For sure.
Extra.
I'm casting for another movie coming, you're a great actor.
Yeah, we need to cast her.
For sure. This is Cap.
Capriati's.
Can't believe everything you're seeing out here, right guys? This is interesting. Wow.
You know what? They did the Brighter Days memory erasure treatment to me, so I'm having trouble remembering the details. They're foggy because at the Brighter Days clinic they do the memory erasure, you know?
What?
The memory erasure. They erase my memories. It's a little foggy. You know what? They did the Brighter Days memory erasure treatment.
Any of you know what she's talking about? Like, is she trying to be funny, sarcastic? Is that a movie, a show? Like, she's acting a little off. Even the interviewer's like, huh, what? Wow, that's interesting.
Treatment to me, so I'm having trouble remembering the details. They're foggy because at the Brighter Days clinic they do the memory erasure, you know?
What?
The memory erasure. They erase my memories. It's a little foggy.
Interesting witness account. And listen to what he has to say. Listen to his tone, how serious he is. And I actually believe him. His name is Richie from Pennsylvania, and he thinks he's had an encounter with a leprechaun. Now, it was several years ago, and he's finally coming forward with his story. Like I said, a lot of people in his situation are now coming forward with their stories and are willing to share the weird, paranormal, supernatural things that they've encountered or experienced. Listen to what he has to say. Comment below. Tell me what you think.
2024. It's around 11:30, 11:45 at night. I get a FaceTime call from my mom. My mom doesn't live in the country, so every time she calls me, I make sure I answer. So I'm on the phone with her. We chopping up. I was asking her how long was her flight and bullshit like that. She's like, "Oh, it's good. I'm in Alabama right now." I'm like, "Oh, all right. Well, tell my uncle." And then I said, "What's up?" At the same time, my doorbell goes off. Somebody pushes my doorbell. So I don't answer my doors. I go right to my cameras. So I go to my cameras, like this thing right here, y'all. Like I can look at my cameras through that. And on my telephone. Like I said, I was on my telephone, so I went to the wall and I was using the monitor. I didn't see nobody. I'm looking for like a person, you know, a regular sized person. I don't see nobody. Next thing I know, I look down and like to the left and to the right, and there is a man. This is not a man, y'all. I swear to God, on my kids, on my mama's life, there's a fucking leprechaun on my front steps. This nigga had on a suit coat. He had on pants, boots, and a fucking hat. My mom was like, "Who's that little man outside on your steps?" I'm like, "Man, I don't know who this is, but he don't look right." So my uncle took the phone and was like, "Man, that look like a gnome." I said, "A gnome? What the fuck is a gnome?" I said, "Oh, okay, a gnome." I said, "Nah, this nigga ain't got no pointy hat. This nigga hat look like it's a fitted." I'm not lying to y'all.
He's seen a leprechaun, guys, or a gnome. What's your thoughts? You think it's a real thing? You think this guy really seen that? I wish he would have captured it.